So for this class, what you're going to want is a hand towel, mat, and then a theraband. And I'll just show you because this has already been tied. Here's hoping I don't get too cute and have to grab a different one. No, good. If your band is not already tied like this, all that you're going to do on each end is you'll take it like so, loop it over like this, and then you'll just knot it through. And you will do that on each side. So you have a loop on one side, and then I'll just do this on my other one too, just in case you're kind of rolling along with me today. So the reason why I tie it like this instead of double knotting it is it's secure. It doesn't actually pop out. You can actually see that from me trying to untie it. So same idea here, just loop it over like so, and then knot it through. And then you will have a loop on each side. So they're like little handles. Okay, so you should have that set, and then we'll be good to go. So I want you to take your loop, pop it around 1 foot. I'm going to do my left because that's the side you're going to be able to see. And then you're just going to put the other loop around your hand and reach that arm up to the ceiling. So first thing I want you to do here is just, not unlike what you did on your side, reach the arm up and let the arm settle down. And I want you to start to really notice how much can you reach your arm bone, and then allow the shoulder blade to kind of follow. And I'm kind of reaching again a little bit through the pinky side. So I'm kind of getting the underside here of my shoulder blade to hopefully move just a little bit more. And then let the arm kind of suspend somewhere in the middle. And then just start to reach the arm overhead, any amount. And what I want you to notice is there will be a tendency for some of us for the ribs to lift. So just allow the ribs to stay soft and just start to see, can you actually move your arm bone? And then you can put your fingertips on your shoulder blade. Can you actually feel how there's kind of not a displacement, but a glide of the shoulder blade to do this? Hold here at the top, reaching through the hand and arm, and then just take the arm back up really, really slow. So we've done this before, but today I want you to get really curious about your timing. Just try that a few times. Just reaching the arm overhead. And then taking the arm up. So if that feels okay, we're going to add on today. So I want you to take the arm overhead. And now I want you to rotate the arm and spin it out to the side and just sort of feel how your shoulder blade will follow the same trajectory as your hand. And then back up into the middle. So do that a few times. Now, if you're like me, there were a few thunks, snaps, cracks, pops. So just notice if you soften the elbow and if you really allow the shoulder blade to move, does that change the glide? Now I feel myself now dumping onto my left side, so I'm going to try to keep my right side a little more connected to the mat, so I'm a little more equally weighted. Now let's go one more time like this. Noticing how the shoulder blade glides. So I know we haven't done anything for the neck, but a lot of the time when the neck is ouchy, it actually has more to do with stiffness in the ribs or some kind of fascinating things happening in our shoulders. So we're going to see if the neck feels better at the end, even without doing a lot of neck specific work. Just reverse directions now. Sweep the arm down by your side. Yes, you will lose band tension. No, it does not matter. Sweep the arm out to the side. Check that your elbow is strong but not locked. Take your arm maybe over your head. Feel that rotation and then take the arm back up to the center. Just do that a few times. The arm sweeps down. The arm comes out to the side. Is the right side of your body still equally weighted with the left side of your body on the mat? Coming up. Let's try one more time. Arm comes down. Arm sweeps out. Arm comes overhead. And then the arm comes all the way up. Good work. Let's try one more thing while we're here. So maybe you make a fist, maybe you don't. Bend your elbow to about 90 degrees or so. So notice my arm is not on the ground. I've got it up a little bit higher. That's on purpose. And now, could you press your arm over your head? What would that feel like? And then bend it back down. Now this is where you gotta play. For some of you, palm facing in may feel more accessible than palm facing up. So I want you to explore this range. And again, your shoulder blade actually should be moving. If you're not sure, like put your own fingers on your armpit and shoulder blade, and I want you to feel for that movement and control. If you get any snaps, cracks, or pops, maybe aim your arm a little higher and try going a little slower, or maybe don't even go all the way overhead. Let's try one more here. And then let that go. Okay, so now from here, let's just free our foot for a moment from the band. We're gonna do this on the other side, but not quite yet. So now what I want you to do is just reach your left leg out long. And we will do this all on the other side, I promise. Your hands can come on your hips so they can be by your sides. And now what I want you to do is just reach your right knee over your right toes. And what you're gonna feel is that there's kind of this rotation that happens and a little bit of a weight shift over to the left. And then I want you to re-center your pelvis back down and feel your right leg bone get kind of heavy in the right hip socket. Just try that a few times. So right foot stays planted, reach it, the right knee over the right toe. You'll feel a little bit of subtle rotation. And then re-center back down. Re-anchoring the right butt cheek. So reach the right knee over the right toe. The right butt cheek will move off the floor a little, or it'll get light. And then re-center and square off. And then one more time. Reach. Right knee over right toe. And then let that all rest. Okay, let's switch legs and we'll switch arms. So bend your left foot, straighten out your right leg, and just explore now. Reach your reach your left knee over your left toes. Now notice if one side is different. This for me is so alien. And then re-center kind of that left thigh bone back into the left hip socket. And again, reach. There's going to be a mini spiral. Yes, it might feel weird on one side. Don't force it. And then re-center it down. Let's go 2 more. Reach, maybe 3 more. And re-centering. 1 more time. Reach it. And then re-center it. Good work. And then reset back to the middle. I'm going to turn around just so you can see me. But you're going to pop the band around your right foot and you're going to hold onto it with your right hand. So exploration side number 2. So when you're ready, the real fun for me is remembering what we did on one side. Anytime I do these longer somatic body awareness sequences, my poor brain is like, what is happening? Okay. So take a moment here, let everything settle. Right arm reaches in the air, and then reach the arm up, and then let the shoulder settle down. Just do that a few times. Reaching up. And again, I'm really reaching through kind of this underside of my armpit and my pinky finger, just a little bit more. And it's a little clunky on the right today, but that's okay. So now do one more. Let your arm bones suspend somewhere in the middle. And now slowly Really stretch your arm overhead. And again, if you have a shoulder blade that doesn't move, you can even put your fingertips on it and allow it to kind of, again, I'm not shrugging my shoulder, my ear by displacing my arm bone. I'm really letting the arm bone glide back in the socket, and I'm feeling the shoulder blade, that bottom tip, glide upward a little bit along the rib cage. Fancy word for that's upward rotation. And then coming back to center. Do that a few times. Reaching it up. Now, again, for me, my timing is funky on this side. So my shoulder blade draws down when actually it should draw up on this side. That's what I'm noticing today. So I'm going to think about guiding it. There it goes. Whew. Much better. And now I'm going to take it back up. And it probably looked exactly the same to you, but I feel the difference. It doesn't snap when I let it move the direction it should. So I'm really reaching for my whole arm and shoulder blade without lifting my ribs off the floor. Good. Let's turn this into a circle. So reaching the arm overhead, the elbow soft. Sweep it out to the side. It can be big or it can be small. Towards the middle and back up. Just do that a few times. Taking the arm up. Feeling how the shoulder blade and the arm will glide along the ribs and the floor. Back up to the middle. Let's go one more in this direction. And then all the way up. And now let's reverse. Float the arm down. Sweep it out to the side. Around. And up. Just do that a few times. The arm comes down. Catch the tension of the band overhead, letting it spin and move wherever it needs to. One more time like that. Feeling the movement and the glide. Really allowing that shoulder blade to move. Okay, from here. Bend your elbow. Maybe your palm faces up. Maybe your palm faces in. I don't know. Play around. Feel equal weight on both sides of your rib cage and both sides of the back of your pelvis on the floor. And then just start to press the arm overhead. Maybe your elbow straightens. Maybe it doesn't. And then bend. And here's the deal. Your arm can be on a high diagonal. Or your arm could be on a low diagonal close to the floor. Explore. And just see what feels right for you today. Allowing the shoulder blade to move. We're doing a lot of prep work today. So when we go into hands and knees and some other positions, hopefully everything just feels like it moves a little bit easier than maybe sometimes it does. Let's go one more. Okay, so from here, let that rest. Free your foot, free your hand for just a moment.